Hi, everybody. This is MJ. I'm here with Paul. We're going to do a review of last year and what we are anticipating for the following season, which is going to be pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. And I think what happened is that we got such a large response from the Reiki master that was on that maybe that's a direction we should look into more. And we're thinking about getting into more of the holistic medicines, more of the specialty medicines, and because both Paul and I do believe that for some reason we feel the country's over medicated, and some of these alternatives, whether they may like them or not, and I am, I'm a skeptic, but they're worth listening to, and some may appeal to you, or some you may be curious about, and some of them have funny names on them, like
Well, they're not funny names.
Well, funny to me. You understand them.
Remember, we are talking about alternative medicines.
Yeah.
And so season 2 is going to be all about alternative medicines. And we're going to have guests on. Some will be on location. Some will come to the studio. But we're going to just discuss different types of alternative medicines that are available, and maybe even go into the ideas that we don't understand why modern medicine is trying so hard to keep them away from the public.
Yeah. And there's a couple here that you can pronounce that I can't pronounce, and I never heard of them. But I'm a medication baby, and I'm trying to get away from that actually, because I don't think it is healthy. But but we're going to do the normal holistic ones. Plus, we're going to do some of these.
Right. Western civilization in general is pretty familiar with things like yoga and nutritionology, meditation, biofeedback. They may not be as informed about things like electromagnetic therapy, Reiki, Qigong, things like that, and even hypnosis for that most part. People think that's where somebody does this and you dance like a chicken.
Yes,
but that's not really what it's about. And those are some of the subjects we want to go into to give our audience an idea of what alternatives there are out there, and why, if you just continue to listen to modern medicine and people who just dismiss it like it's, voodoo, you'll realize that there is a monetary reason in the underlying as to why they try and steer you away from it.
Yeah, and a lot of these come from around the world. China, India, even our American Indians had certain medicines, or certain, I shouldn't say medications that they did for the sick that actually did work. So now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any means, and I don't think Paul is, but there is certain things that we should look at as to other alternatives. Again, you take this or leave it for what you want, but I think it's going to be extremely interesting. We're going to have some, I shouldn't say we're going to have some people on here that, quite frankly, if you know me well enough, I'm going to challenge them, say, basically I'll say, what the hell are you talking about? And so it could be a little bit confrontational, but it's going to be I want it to be informational too. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, well, the whole point for me is to make it informational. I think people need more information so that they can make better decisions about their health.